Welcome to another exciting episode of Up to Mischief. In this episode, crew completes Lightning McQueen and gets ready for the first test run. Izelle travels to the Italian Job Food Emporium in Bryanston and experiences truly authentic Italian flavor in every detail and dish. We see what performance upgrades are happening in the workshop, and Lightning McQueen has its first test run at a Killarney Race Track open day. Well, sit back and relax and enjoy a jam-packed lineup.
Alright, so this is a GT2. It's a 996 GT2. You've got the fried eggs with the bacon, headlights. It's a two-wheel drive, turbocharged Porsche. It's come down from Joburg, and they want us just to check the tune. It's apparently got 600 horsepower, so we'll see how much it makes. And we need to check the fueling and the tune that's on the car. So we're not necessarily going to tune it. We just want to check if it's safe, if it's making good power and it's safe, then it's 100%. We don't have to do anything to it, but rather just to check it and not have a broken engine. So if you look at the graph, you'll see the fuel mixtures were okay, but it's a bit dippy on the top. I think it's got an ignition timing problem. So we're going to have a look at that. We'll have a look at what it's boosting and then what the ignition timing is doing. The fuel mixtures are okay. All right, so if we look at the graph now, we've put Octane Boost in the car. The car has still got all these surges. So it's not the fact that it's pinging. In other words, the knock sensors are not pulling the timing. There might be a problem with the knock sensor that's causing this. But other than that, what we need to do now is we need to actually try to see what the timing is. And it feels in the car, you can actually feel this surging. So we're going to need to try to tune the car to see if we can get this a lot smoother.
Hello, Wayne.
It feels like an interview, this.
It is an interview. So, Wayne, we're busy talking about how we're going to get Lightning McQueen finished for this Lemons race. I know you said to me the other day if you wanted to help with the car, if we needed help, but we need to come up with a plan on the car. The car's got to go for spraying in the engine bay on Monday, but there's going to be a heap of stuff to do on it to try and get it finished by the race.
Okay. Sure.
So you'll be able to help us?
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. There you go, Sean. There's your mechanic.
Wayne's my man.
As you can see behind me, look what is here. Tomorrow this car's going to be done out of this garage and ready for the engine install. So it's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, but we're getting there. Alright, what's up people? We are making our way to Amlay's Bodyworks. We're going to fetch Lightning McQueen. We're going to see how these. It's the final one. Herman is very excited for Lightning McQueen to come back. It's going to look beautiful. Check it out. Lightning McQueen is looking beautiful. I don't think it's looked this beautiful in its lifetime. As you can see right behind me, we have Lightning McQueen fresh from the body shop. I think it's the cleanest it's going to look. We have no idea how rough the racing day is going to be, but right now we have so much work ahead of us. The engine is out, we still got to get seats, we still got to redo suspension, so let's see how far they get this evening.
The guys have been hard at work for about 3, maybe even 4 weeks, every night to get this car ready for the Mischief 9 hour. It's crunch time and she has to start tonight. I'm confident and dare I say comfortable that it will start as well. So let's see what happens.
That was pretty cool. Started super easy. We cranked it for oil pressure the other day, and we fired the engine up on the other ECU just to see that there's no leaks and things. So, but that's just the basic settings on this ECU, and it started, so that's good. Now we just got to get the alternator charging, and then we can just put a driving map on it, and we need to get some kilometers onto the engine, which we'll do on the dyno, just to break in the rings and then boost it.
Wow, now that's a relief to see Lightning McQueen completed, and we hope that all things run smoothly on the track. After the break, Izelle immerses herself in a truly Italian restaurant.
Sometimes in your travel, you have to make a trip through the urban jungle. But not to worry, there's always these hidden gems called like the Italian job that really makes it worth your while. Guys, we're here in Bryanston, Johannesburg at one of my ultimate favorite foodie spots with beautiful classic cars next door and authentic Italian food. This really is such a hidden gem and the place to come for lunch, breakfast or dinner, of course. Claudia, thank you for making the time to chat to us today.
Thank you for coming through. And yes, this is your favorite spot.
It is quite, and this is such a busy, like nice big buzz, you know, and I think it's because everything is just made from scratch and I can actually taste the love in there.
You do taste it. We prepare fresh meals every day, alla minute, but particularly around the Italian cuisine. We like to support the small guys, the homegrown stuff. So we get a lot of, when in season, the heirloom tomatoes, the porcini mushrooms, artichoke season, September time. This place is filled with fresh artichokes. There is so much to explore and we like to put it out, and that's where the specials board comes in. That's our daily menu, literally.
Let's just talk, you know, food from a health perspective quickly, Claudia. You know, people tend to think Italian food is pizza, it's pasta, it's loaded with carbohydrates, but there's also quite a healthy side that
Absolutely.
I find so anti-inflammatory actually from Italian, you know, cuisine, and it's because of the olive oil, the garlic, the fresh basil, the fresh herbs.
There's a lot of freshness around it, absolutely. We don't just prepare pizza and pasta. We've got a lot of meat dishes, a lot of fish dishes. We do the fish Fridays. Italians don't just eat pizza and pasta. We have a lot of alternatives, a lot of options. We can do a burger if you wanted.
And I'm peeping through the window here and I see Lorenzo's in the kitchen now. So should we go bug him and see what that is all about in there and what's happening?
Absolutely, let's go. Fantastic.
Now, Lorenzo, I've got the grilled and pickled vegetables here with me. It's obviously one of my favorite ingredients here in your store, but what are you going to prepare for us today?
Let's put this aside and start with the burrata. So burrata is a relatively young concept of cheese. It's mozzarella, which gets stretched and then gets filled with a stracciatella cheese. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it only came out in the 80s. Relatively young, as young as you are.
As young as I am. I like
It's a natural thing. The three colors of the Italian flag, the white, the red, and the green. And if they grow together, they go together. So fresh tomatoes, fresh basil, and handmade burrata.
And that's why the Italians really have that attention to detail. I mean, they even plan the colors.
Correct, yeah. So it's good tomatoes, good cheese, fresh basil, the best olive oil, and all you need is salt and pepper. Maybe some balsamic vinegar. That's all you need.
Keep it simple.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's go. So we just slice this very thin. So you can see very, very thin. And we start with decorating the plate. Good olive oil, salt, season that. And then we start just putting them in a plating ring to keep it nice and neat.
Oh, I've always wondered how you get it so perfect.
Then we take the burrata. You can see it's folded into a pouch. Side is the stracciatella. Okay, there we go. Then I don't throw anything away because why do you want to throw a good tomato away? Nothing will go to waste. There we go. So there's your garnish. This is the procedure that happens. It always gets made fresh. Parsley, bit of salt. I don't put lemon juice or vinegar with this because the acidity of the tomato is more than enough, and the salt will pull it out. Go. Yeah. So you can see it's a very simple dish. Here we go. A bit more. And of course, olive oil. You can't have enough olive oil. The olive oil is the sauce. And then maybe some flowers for the ladies. And of course, some black pepper.
I'm such a big fan of ground black pepper. Love to add it to everything.
A couple of drops of an aged balsamic vinegar. Here we go.
How beautiful is that?
Okay, so the next one is going to be your favorite. You normally have this.
Yes, so when I come here, this is by default always my favorite meal. I mean, I love vegetables. I like pickled vegetables, and I'm in love with grilled vegetables. And this really just brings all three of my favorite elements together.
Our vegetables, you know, it's so important that when you're eating vegetables, you always eat them in season so that you get the best nutritional value out of it. Brinjals are done fresh, grilled on the flame, so it gives you a nice smoky flavor. Baby marrow, sliced thin, zucchini as they say.
And tell me, when these go out of season, do you change up the vegetables that you pickle?
We'll just use what's in season.
Okay.
And then this is a pickled brinjal. So this is the only one that's really pickled. Those are grilled. This is melanzane, pickled brinjals. They can last for a very long time. It's sotto olio in Italian, which means under oil. Mushrooms are also there.
Yeah.
They are pickled as well. Put them on a beautiful plate. I've got a bit more of the tomatoes left over that we chopped up. Here we go. Bit of olive oil. And a bit of greens just to give you a bit of contrast.
Now, to me, there's no better meal than that. I mean, that is my happy place, right?
Here we go.
Thank
Grilled
you.
vegetables. You'll feel that you don't have the need for meat if you're eating vegetables like this.
And there we go, people. Make your way here to the Italian Job right here in Bryanston for some good quality, authentic Italian food. What a perfect day. Just had the most phenomenal lunch at the Italian Job. And right next door, you get to feast your eyes on guilt-free dessert with classic cars at Creative Rides.
Who needs to go to Italy when Bryanston is just around the corner? After the break, we see what car's been tuned in the workshop, and it's pedal to the metal with Lightning McQueen at the racetrack.
It's a LS2 6-litre V8 with a Whipple charger on it. So it's got a supercharger kit added to it. They've just changed the pulley size actually to drop the boost a bit because it's a standard engine, and it was the engine was done in Johannesburg, and where there's less air pressure, so they had more boost, but now they've moved down to the coast, so they needed to drop the boost pressure a little bit, so they put a bigger pulley on the charger, and now we just need to tweak the fueling.
Welcome to Killarney Race Track in Cape Town, South Africa. It's an open day for the public where they get to bring their cars, have a little fun. The open track day consists of 3 classes. We got cars from Mark 1s to everyday cars, and then of course right now to the very race cars. Behind me in the pits, we have the Mischief crew and Lightning McQueen out for its first track day testing, and we're gonna go see what they're up to right now.
So here we are at Killarney. We've had our first practice session. Went really well. The car, Lightning McQueen held together good. We had a bit of a problem with the wastegate. It's a pity when you buy a brand new part and it fails. What the wastegate does, which we've got a problem with now, is it controls the boost. And some of the bolts inside it came loose, which we never tightened. Like I said, it was a new part. But we've luckily got a boost limiter. There's a safety feature on our management system that protects the engine. So we started hitting the boost limiter, and we came back in, and the wastegate was coming apart. So we're just busy putting it back together. Handling of the car is also good. We're struggling a little bit with the tires. They're a different tire, road tire versus the race tires we're used to using. So we've made some suspension changes. But as a whole, the car's running really, really well. The team has done a fantastic job.
Okay, so we're going out now with the laptop. That's obviously just to make changes to the fueling, the timing. We're monitoring air temperature and water temperature, and then we can make whatever changes we want to make while we're out testing.
So where we want the car to be after this session is to make sure that it's safe on the fueling, that there's no overboosting, and then we're not going for lap times now to break any records, but we need to get Sean and Matthew and Naeem to drive the car to get used to it. So this should be the last session of tuning, and then they're ready to drive.
Things are not looking good right now. We just got off from the racetrack and we're still having trouble with the wastegate. And as you can see behind me, the team is trying to work on it, but not quite sure what's going to happen right now. So we're going to have to see.
All right, so what we've got now is we've managed to fix the boost problem. The boost is boosting half a bar, which is what we wanted. But we've got this sneaky misfire that's creeping in. We've checked the spark plugs, we've checked the coil, the leads. I think it's actually the valve springs that can't control the valve. So there's a little bit too much boost pressure, back pressure on the exhaust. So I think we're going to need double valve springs to sort that problem out. But because it's a Lemons car at 55 grand, we try and save money where we can. So we're running standard valve springs, but we're going to have to put double valve springs in, and that should solve the problem, but it can't be done today.
All Right, so Naeem and I have just been out just to monitor the boost to make sure that it was obviously brought down, and we were successful in doing that. However, this time it's missing, so we got to check that problem out. So right now, back to the workshop, because in exactly 1 week's time, we're going to be here for the Lemons 9 hour. Okay, so the crew is going to have to work another couple of late nights to make sure everything is ready for the Lemons 9 hour. In the next episode, the crew scrambles to get Lightning McQueen ready for the Lemons 9 hour race. Izelle discovers Aroma Coffee in Hazelwood, a cozy spot where healthy food, delicious coffee, and creamy gelato come together beautifully. We see what performance upgrades are happening in the workshop and share the excitement of the Lemons 9 hour race. For more information, visit our website, uptomischief.co.za. Follow our social media links. See you on the next episode. Welcome to Scrutineering. We heard that right.